How many countries are there in the world? Based on United Nations listing, there are 193 countries or member states. There are two more which are the non-member observer states, the state of Palestine and Vatican City. Not included in the listing are Kosovo and Taiwan, as they are not recognized by one or more countries. So, the total count is 197 if you include these four countries. How many regions are there in the world? Most geographers divide the world into 5 main regions, and this is based on their 5 respective geographical placement. They are Africa, the Americas, Asia, Europe, and Oceania. Now, let's take a look at these regions. Africa has the most number of countries, with 54. Africa is home to the largest hot desert, the Sahara Desert, which is comparable to the size of China. The world's longest river, River Nile, is located in Africa. 65% of the world's rough diamond production comes from Africa. And with 42% of Arabic speakers live in the region, Arabic is the most widely spoken language in the continent. Algeria is the largest country in Africa. And Seychelles is the smallest. Seychelles is also the least populous country. And the country with the largest population in Africa is Nigeria. Mauritius has the highest population density. And the least is Namibia. Nigeria has the largest economy. And the country with the smallest economy in Africa is São Tomé and Príncipe. The country which has the highest GDP per capita is Seychelles. And the lowest is Burundi. Morocco is the most visited country. And the least visited is Equatorial Guinea. Up next, the Americas, with 35 countries. The world's largest island, Greenland, is located in this region. The largest earthquake ever recorded occurred in the Americas, in 1960, with a magnitude of 9.5. Almost all of the world's maple syrup is produced in Canada and the USA. And about 40% of the world's coffee production comes from the Americas. The largest country in the Americas is Canada, and the smallest is St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis is also the country with the least population. And the country with the most population is USA. The most densely populated country is Barbados. And the least is Suriname. USA has the largest economy and also the most visited countries in the Americas. While Dominica is ranked last in both categories. The USA once again topped the list as the country with the highest GDP per capita. While Haiti has the lowest in the Americas. Next, let's explore Asia. Before we proceed, there is one thing for consideration. Russia. Most part of Russia is geographically located in Asia continent, however, the population is concentrated more towards Europe. And since Russia is classified as a European country, therefore, we are not including Russia in this segment. So, with that, there are 49 countries in Asia, excluding Russia but including Taiwan. All of the world's 10 highest mountains are located in Asia. 9 out of the 10 tallest buildings in the world are also in Asia. Asia can be proud for having the top 3 world's best airport. And finally, Asia is the largest producer and consumer of rice. China is Asia's largest country. And Maldives is the smallest. China is also the most populous country with over 1.4 billion people, while Brunei is the least populous. In terms of population density, Singapore is the most densely populated country in Asia. And Mongolia is at the end of the list. China is the largest economy and enjoys the highest number of visitors arrival in Asia. While East Timor not only has the smallest economy, but also has the least number of visitors arrival. And finally, Singapore has the highest GDP per capita, while Afghanistan is the lowest. Now, let's explore Europe. There are 45 countries in Europe. The largest church in the world, St. Peter's Basilica, is located in the smallest country on Earth, which is in Europe. The shortest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland with just 2.7 kilometers long. Europe is the fashion epicenter of the world, with Milan, Paris, and London being the world's fashion capitals. And finally, more than 50% of the total world production of chocolate is sold and eaten by Europeans. The largest country in Europe and the world is Russia. Russia is also Europe's most populous country. And Vatican City is the world's smallest country and also the least populous with just over 800 residents. Monaco led the ranking for countries with the highest population density, while Iceland is the least densely populated country with about 3.5 people per square kilometer. Germany is the largest economy in Europe, and San Marino is the smallest economy in the region. The country with the highest GDP per capita is Luxembourg, and Bulgaria has the lowest, according to Eurostat statistics. France is the most popular tourist destination with the highest number of visitors arrival in Europe, while Moldova is the least visited. The last region we are going to look at is Oceania. This region consists of 14 countries and most of them are located in the southern hemisphere. There are more sheep than people in Oceania. The largest coral reef system in the world, the Great Barrier Reef, is situated off the northern coast of Australia. Oceania is home to the world's largest sand island, and Oceania is famous for being the largest producer of world's precious opal. Australia is the most dominant country in this region. It is the largest country in total area, a country with the largest population, largest economy, highest GDP per capita, and the most visited destination in the region. In terms of population density, it is the least, with about 3.3 people per square kilometer. Nauru is the third smallest country in the world and the smallest in Oceania. It is also the least populous country in Oceania and the least visited country in the world. Tuvalu has the smallest economy, while Kiribati has the lowest GDP per capita among the 14 countries. Federation States of Micronesia is the most densely populated country in Oceania. The final question, how about the subregions? Within Africa, there are 5 subregions. They are Northern Africa, with 6 countries, Eastern Africa with 18 countries, Southern Africa with 5 countries, Middle Africa with 9 countries, and Western Africa with 16 countries. There are 4 subregions in the Americas. Northern America with 2 countries, the Caribbean with 13 countries, Central America with 8 countries, and South America with 12 countries. Asia comprises of 5 subregions. They are East Asia with 6 countries, Southeast Asia with 11 countries, South Asia with 8 countries, Central Asia with 5 countries, and Western Asia with the most number of countries, 19. Internet search identifies 4 to 7 subregions in Europe, but generally 4 major ones are Northern Europe with 10 countries, Eastern Europe, also with 10 countries, Southern Europe with 15 countries, and Western Europe with 9 countries. Oceania is made up of 4 subregions. They are Australasia, which is made up of Australia and New Zealand, Melanesia with 5 countries, Micronesia with 4 countries, and lastly, Polynesia, represented by Samoa, Tonga, and Tuvalu. We have come to the end of the video. Before we go, let's look at some random pictures of countries around the world. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.